It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for TYLOO and ViCi to go head-to-head. The battleground where we will be beginning is going to be Mirage for the series, and TYLOO look like heavy favourites, at least on this map. Kev, are you as excited as I am heading into the pistol?
Yeah, 100% at this stage. I mean, TYLOO versus ViCi is just always one of those timeless matchups that you just never know which way it really goes. You can stay statistically, look, TYLOO have won, like the last 5 out of 7 series, taken Mirage every single time. But I think what makes these series so fascinating is that you probably can go back and look at the replays, and there's always micro-adaptations. Out comes the pistol take onto the B site. Kaze is going to be the first point of contact. The flash comes forward as well at the same time. The brawl's already beginning.
Advent, nice little flash to try and deny any aggression for the moment. Smoke goes down as well, and he's going to be trying to play around it. It's a matter of moments. Kaze falling, Orman from short, gets some extra damage done. But they know that Advent is going to be here, not committing to the plant yet. TYLOO just trying to clear out as much as they can, but they're going to be losing their lives. Awkward moment, and slowly goes out of the doors. It is going to be a trade coming through from Advent. Attack has to get the reload off and might have an opportunity, but it is going to be ZoKing coming in from short there to find the headshot onto Attacker, and ViCi with a very solid, I guess, site defense. It looked like a retake, but the bomb never went down. Yeah, bomb never went down because there was no smoke over towards the checkers area, and as a result, Orman just completely deletes them. I feel like we saw this yesterday when he was coming in against Global Esports, where he just completely railed them on the B site. And once again, it is going to be that start. Not Global, sorry, it was Invictus at the time. And already, it is going to be Orman off to a nice little start at this stage. It is going to be Deagles and Body Armor out for TYLOO. So lethal. It is going to be the A contact play. And Advent, he's the only one here right now. Needs to be careful. It's going to be reinforced, though. Kaze's going to come across. And that is a nice little HE grenade to at least soften up the attack before it has begun. Solid utility. Kaze still with the scout in hand. This man is a machine with this weapon. On his good days. Let's see if today is one of those. TYLOO will force their hand towards A eventually. Still a smoke and nade to play with. Flash as well. Kaze, there it is. The scout to hit slowly as DreamHack makes his way through that Deagle. Dangerous Advent couldn't do a thing. Now ZoKing, great crosshair placement, but he needs to find some shots. It's going to be somebody to knock him down, and the Deagle's doing damage at the moment. Kaze still just waiting. Orman comes in to help him out. He's going to be stuck there over towards Ticket. And peak will come through off the back of the flash. JamYoung, great damage. It's a man advantage, but Attacker with another. Kev, TYLOO could do it on the Deags.
This is exactly the danger I was talking about. It's the Deagles from DreamHack as well as Attacker just completely destroy ViCi. And I would just say that ViCi will probably need to force up on their own, but look at the money on that CT side. That is just some of the individual brilliance coming out from TYLOO. That's why they're such a dangerous roster. There's probably just no chance even for ViCi to face as TYLOO just delete them off the server. It is going to be that force buy coming out from ViCi, however.
Not top mid smoke, or window smoke rather, coming through as TYLOO go for the mid control. And ViCi send it with a 4-man stack on the A site. Hedging their bets here.
HE nade actually coming out from TYLOO into connector as they're slowly taking this mid control right now. So though, as soon as it fades, Kaze's got a good chance to peer over and get some information, but he is going to be staying put at Ticket for now. No one really containing this connector area at this stage. Summer is going to face off and spot out the scout. Takes a little bit of damage for his troubles, but he's going to back out nice and early in time. It is going to be TYLOO persisting over to the B site here. Somebody's actually retrieved the package, and JamYoung to hold off, maybe to replicate some of the Deagle heroics. But ViCi needs to start rotating across now. It is all now down to a bit of individual ability, and JamYoung's actually just fallen back, just holding market for now, and trying to play the long con, trying to play the long rotations, as it is going to be somebody pushing out with a bomb.
Well, at this point, it looks like there's no control on site, and it's just a couple of bits of damage being done through con there. ViCi might not even go for the round.
No, this is definitely a go signal at the moment. They've got so many picks already. You know, they want to push forward at the moment. If it was a 3 and 4, I'd say yes, definitely save at this stage. But ZoKing's got a glue in his hands. He spotted out somebody as well.
When that Mac 10 shreds him up. Finding Orman as well, and now it's looking good for TYLOO. DreamHack holding strong. And he's going to find a 2k of his own, 2 HP as well remaining, so just barely surviving. And if that pick was found, ViCi might have had a 2-on-2 situation. but unfortunately it didn't play in their favour this time, and TYLOO put 2 on in a row, take the lead, and look to capitalise yet again. ViCi, they didn't save anything from the previous, so they'll be on that full eco. Dan King still with a Mac 10 to play with here. He's going to have a field day.
Yeah, Dan King, I think that's actually someone else's Mac 10, or I don't know exactly what's going on. He had the M4 in the previous round, probably dropped it over into attacker's hands just to keep the money up high at this stage, because he's actually the one with the most cash. Somebody's already out a ramp at this moment. It's just pistols once again for ViCi. If they're able to do a little bit of damage, that'll be absolutely great. Now the B stack coming out this time around. Bomb's been left in spawn, but normally someone should be slowly heading back to it.
Well, somebody just doing somebody things, clearing out the A side as best he can, but does he check this corner? Oh! Not hard enough. And Advent had the opportunity to find a sec, but Dan King's going to be doing it all on his own. Pulling out the deagle, pulling out the sidearm, and just tapping heads left, right, and center right now. Slowly gets in the mix as well. And Kaze, let's see what he can do on the P2K. Up against a couple of rifles running at him. Dan King already able to go for the upgrade, finding somebody's AK there in CT, so no real money lost.
Dan King is legitimately showing no mercy. This is the stage where he's already 8 kills, and you can just look from after the pistol round. 2 kills with the deagle, calibrates around to the retake, and just then as well, just deciding, you know what, Mac 10, screw the Mac 10, here's my deagle at this stage. I'm just going to be facing everyone, retrieves the weapon, and continues the killing spree. This is a man that you don't actually want to get confident, because then he just starts taking all these aim deals, and he actually just wins most of them. Well, ViCi are going to have the rifles in play now. A lot of utility as well, but Kaze's actually only got a scout, not an AWP. TYLOO going to be staging the initial arm of the attack over to the A-bomb site. ViCi might be looking to get some extremity control. Looks like somebody did drop some early utility nice and early on just to draw the attention away from ViCi. Slowly and steadily, somebody is going to be making his way up through underpass. Advent's going to be sealed off here. Feels like we've seen this one before on the Deagles. Now with AKs in play. It really just depends on when Dan King's going to be attacking. He drops that smoke. You can see TYLOO, just all the little pieces coming together right now, and somebody's on a perfect lurk position. How is Kaze and Zokin going to deflect this off? They're the only ones here in the site, and there really isn't any damage utility. There's no incendiary grenades, just smoke grenades, and that isn't going to stop TYLOO at this moment.
Good coordination coming out from TYLOO, but the smoke might just slow them for long enough. Kaze uses the extra cover to try and peek con, but he doesn't see somebody making his way to stairs already, and Zoking's going to start things off nicely. Flash comes through, but he goes for the reload. Awkward timing. Zoking down. As Kaze needs to try and fight now. But no one on this side of sight. Everyone's stuck at Tetris at the moment. Chance for ViCi to rotate through, and you can see there's an aggressive push coming from Jamyoung as well. Looks like he's going to come on the big flank, and if TYLOO don't get this bomb planted shortly, it could be the difference maker in the round.
Just look at all the utility that's actually being used right now from TYLOO on that site take as well. So difficult for ViCi to even hold defaults on this. They play retake accordingly, and they don't have much utility on this. Somebody might push out at the perfect time. Orman was lining up utility, and somebody just threads the needle, and that actually draws attention away because they're so scared of a flank. Jamyoung needs to be the linchpin, and Advent's going to strike at the right time, but the AKs are just so strong at this range, and there are no weapons, no survivors left for ViCi. As TYLOO are just looking too good so far on the offense. And it's not just sheer aggression, it's just on the back of just solid fundamentals and great play, splitting up the map, trusting individuals to get the job done. And look at that. It is going to have to be just a couple of pistols coming out from ViCi.
It looked like it was just a bit of miscoordination coming out from ViCi there as well. Look, TYLOO, they were pretty solid, but if Jamyoung's trying to come out power, someone else needs to create a distraction somewhere.
They did,
the two players in CT, they weren't facing at the exact same time. It was a little bit too late, and TYLOO just beat them in the aim duels.
The problem was, I think they were facing at the right time as well. Like, that's the whole thing. It's just TYLOO, just individually, they were winning their aim duels, and that is something that's so scary at the moment. I can't even fault ViCi for that round. TYLOO just played that better. Nope. Nevertheless, it is going to be an A-site stack coming out once again on the Force Pistols. TYLOO just slowly holding their position once again. And I think a really key part here of just an indicator where TYLOO eventually want to go is a position of where somebody is going to be. Normally that B-site lurker, the fact that he's over here at A-ramp kind of indicates to me that TYLOO is looking more for a B-site split at this stage. Maybe late into A.
Certainly just testing the waters for now. Clearing out the sniper's nest with that Molotov smoke to boot as well. And it's looking very similar movements from TYLOO. Aware of the pistol situation. It's actually going to be the A-split into the stack, and the Deagles now could cause some damage. Somebody trying to keep his head. It's going to be a body spam for the moment. He survives. Not for long. Kaze knocks him down as slowly as well. Is going to try and trade this one out, pushing through triple now. They still need to find Orman here at Firebox. Advent with the P250 going to be just completely shredding them up for now. And Jamyoung comes in at the perfect moment, but Advent, they know roughly his position. Attacker with the jump peek, gets the information, spots Advent moving across now. He tries to get the timing, tries to tap it through. Advent just waiting for this plant to be stuck now. And this is going to be the rush with the P250, and ViCi win it on the pistols to find themselves a second round. That is going to be healthy for the economy.
That is a great play coming out from Advent. 3 picks as well. And that is just down to just sometimes not just completely investing in the firepower, but also this utility as well. That single smoke grenade underneath balcony completely destroys that. And once again, it is Orman stepping up on the Desert Eagle at this stage, causing so much damage at the moment. And although TYLOO definitely had their chance, Attacker could have brought that down, could have planned it in a different way. He wasn't expecting Advent to push out like that. And by the time he tried getting off, was thinking it might be in a bit of a fake, might have had a bit of time. Look, it is a reprieve for ViCi, but TYLOO still have money to buy back into this, and Dan King's got the AWP, so has Kaze, and this is always exciting to watch. It is going to be Kaze heading straight over to that B site. Bit of an adaptation here, just a boost up from Orman, but already it is slowly all the way close at short.
Jamyoung swinging. Forced off by the flash, but the nade should... Oh, no. Misses the mark. Angles not quite there. It's a slow approach from TYLOO now after they get control of ladder room. Looks like they've slid somebody up into window as well, so see how aware Orman is, but he seems to be a little bit curious of the position. Filtering that one out. He's going to be going toe-to-toe. Molly's into ladder, actually, and that's going to force slowly out. So this is really odd how this fight's going, and somebody's done nothing.
No, but that's the whole thing at the moment. They're not going to know he's here. He can actually make the perfect mid-round play at the moment. Attacker's going to go down while taking out A side. Orman's going, hang on a second, this feels familiar right now. How's this happened to me again? But Advent definitely stepping up so far. The IGL is big-braining it. Ooh. On the site defense.
That lurk smoke, though, actually saved Dan King. There was a flash coming through from Advent, allowing Zoking to peek from under balcony, but he couldn't see the player at Tetris.
I know that Zoking's there at the moment, but such great discipline coming out from ViCi Gaming at the time. Eventually out comes the Molotov. Zoking needs to swing out, and Dan King, he hasn't been missing many shots so far, but time is starting to tick away, and the bomb isn't there at the moment. All 3 members of ViCi are going to be on the site at this stage. Dan King's not even going back for the bomb, and this might have been a little bit of time ticked away. Somebody needs to pick up the pace, clear out CT spawn. At least that's one aim duel one, but they still need to get the cross, and I mean, it's the perfect position from Kaze.
Oh, no! And it's falling apart, but Dan King, he is committing to the plant now. Jamyoung thinks it's at default, finds it after the bomb's planted, so TYLOO gets something out of the round, and that is the bomb plant. With a round loss bonus, there might actually be the opportunity to buy here. Yes, looks like, well, on a buy like this, I feel like TYLOO goes for it. Regardless, ViCi find themselves a third round with a successful retake, successful site hold. Got a little bit crazy, you know, Summer getting that last bullet kill as he pushed into CT. Somebody as well in CT just not expecting Advent to be up in the corner at the bin. So many, many layers to that round, but it came down to what felt like a lack of coordination coming out from TYLOO.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I would say that I don't know, I think slowly was a dead man walking at that stage, where it was kind of the case. He was already tagged down so low. Position was compromised. The last thing they actually want to do is somebody in that position and actually push out, because that position is so dangerous for the CTs. They're mentally thinking, okay, Slowly's in there at the moment. We cannot take window control. We need to watch Murder Hole. We need to watch Jungle. As soon as Slowly dies, that is actually the go condition for somebody to actually push through. And you can see that's exactly why Orman was caught off guard. It's like one of those situations you go, how come Orman wasn't aware? How many times do you expect someone to be in ladder as well as window? Because there's no point for it. Nevertheless, it is going to be that force buy coming out from TYLOO, and ViCi are going to be starting to put their front foot forward in this half, to be honest. CT side starting to look pretty good in terms of the site defense. They're keeping 2 or 3 guns alive in each round.
Slower approach from TYLOO now. They don't have a huge amount of util to play with, so it is just going to be a couple of flashes to allow them out of Palace. But ZoKing shuts it down with Orman there. That's going to be some nice picks, but it goes both ways. DanKing showing up now. 2 with the AWP already, and he wants some more. Underarm smoke for Kaze to keep himself dancing around here, trying to find an angle from Ticket. But DanKing still yet to make his way through Palace. Big flank coming out from Advent as well. He's going to be going straight in behind DanKing and Pal, making sure that he's not still in this position. And the bomb's gone down as well, so ViCi, this should be their round to play with. Let's see how TYLOO get back in.
And DanKing should be picked off here. This is just really down to this one-on-one aim deal. Does somebody clear this corner? The answer is no. DanKing is going to get knifed at this stage. Surely Advent, no, he's just going to go for the spray down. And somebody just a little bit late for the trade. JamYoung's going to pop out. Nice little setup from ViCi Gaming. Great spray down from ZoKing to open things up and good utility usage. It feels like ViCi's seen that one before. And TYLOO just falls straight into that trap.
Oh, that was a nasty one. DanKing just tanking that Molotov for 2. We are back at a tied game, and ViCi looking good right now. 4-4 up against the Deagles, though. TYLOO caught them off guard with these weapons not long ago. But that's a good start for ViCi. Kaze seemingly has turned up today. Hitting everything in his crosshair. Really bringing his A game. Missed opportunity there, though. Hard shot to hit.
Yeah, ViCi able to keep 5 guns alive in this round as well. Could be absolutely critical for their economy moving forward. All angles being watched at this stage. But Kaze missing a couple of sitters at the moment. Slowly trying to threaten. Isn't going to be a threat at the end of the day. Look, 1 gun drop, not the end of the world. Especially when you're versing someone like DanKing, who doesn't seem like he's really missing at this stage. But ViCi in the lead. Not much of a lead, but still. 5 rounds on the CT side against TYLOO, who, you know, have 3 members that are turning up to play right now, is definitely not a poor sign, considering that everyone from ViCi is fragging across the board at this stage.
Let's see how long they can maintain this lead, because they need to stretch it out as far as they can in the first half. ViCi's T side has felt quite lackluster recently, especially on Mirage. Not one of their strongest maps. TYLOO just make a racket here. It's going to be somebody trying to fake anything over towards the B site, 3 at mid. If they maintain this control, it could be that B site split, but JamYoung playing from ladder could catch TYLOO off. Progressing forward. Slowly. Goes for the hard clear jump.
What?
How does TYLOO continue to get these shots? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you feel a bit cheated for JamYoung, but you can see that TYLOO very dedicated in terms of clearing these corners as well. Kaze is now in a bit of trouble, I would say. He's got utility to work with, though, so I wouldn't be too perturbed if I was him just yet. But you can see Orman's now in a bit of a dicey situation. He's kind of dancing around 2 points, and Advent's going to spot out a couple more players. Has utility to use, though. He's able to slide back out to CT spawn, but ZoKing's going to be caught off guard. This either needs to be a retake, where Advent gets 2 before the bomb's going to be denied, or it has to be a save right now. And that is going to be the save coming out from ViCi Gaming, as they're unable to make roads into this A-side retake.
And looking at the money as well, the saves, the calls, ZoKing and JamYoung shouldn't be able to buy into the next, but if these rifles are kept, it's a different story. TYLOO, pretty respectful though. Realise their economical situation is pretty rough right now as well, so every rifle alive will help them as they do get deeper into the half now. But there it is, the tied game again, 5-5. TYLOO turn it around in a matter of seconds. And the successful save comes through. So, gentleman's agreement, and ViCi get another shot here. Some rifles can be dropped across, but here's that jump. I have not seen a team get so many jumping shots as TYLOO. They just always do it, always clear corners jumping, and somehow... Look, it's the matter of you miss every shot you don't take. I understand that. But RNG certainly blesses these guys.
Yeah, look, I mean, yesterday it was somebody, today it's slowly. When is it Summer's turn? That's the real question right now. Zoking going on the aggression right now at unders. Might be able to catch somebody off guard, as the pace is going to be picked up on the other side for some of the other players on TYLOO. Attacker, not aware that's a one-way, and somebody's also going to go down to the aggression as well. So nice and early on, ViCi actually preying on some tendencies at the moment. Slowly taking some aim deals, as Oaking kind of left out there to die.
ViCi fighting fire with fighter and taking that mid control early seemed to be a nice little answer to what TYLOO's been throwing at them. TYLOO happy just to continue playing this game even at the disadvantage. Dan King with the bomb. Surely this man does not walk through that. Patience coming through now. And still some good utility on TYLOO, all things considered. They can get a pick, even the numbers, find the A site. That would be massive. And Dan King loves to tank those mollies. Actually goes forward. Kaze doesn't spot him going out initially, but it is going to be Advent peeking from stairs. That's going to be the bomb out in the middle of no man's land. Kaze needs to hit these, but slowly is on fire and gets a third as well. Triple up con, quad for the round. The man's on for the ace, and TYLOO bring it back in a matter of seconds.
And Jamie Young's just thinking, what the hell has gone all so wrong so far? Summer not aware of the fast flank. If Jamie Young's able to get the timing, could get the backstab, but I think you might have missed his timing window. Summer's posted on the angle. He shows Kaze how to hit a shot. Slowly just given a lifeline there. Not only the AWP missing, but the rifler from jungle, Orman, just missing everything in that stage.
Yeah, ridiculous. I didn't expect him to kill the jungle player, but then he does, and it's just the fastest 3K I've seen in a while. Single-handedly tearing open that A site and giving TYLOO a round which they really didn't deserve before that happened.
No, 100%. And that's ViCi just mentally or individually, I guess, dropping a little bit here. And the money isn't looking too good now, so TYLOO, just with that round, just in a big chance to kind of take out this half and just win it right here. That said, though, ViCi can drop a couple of pistols over and really do some damage right now still. It's not as if we haven't seen a forced pistol round work out for either side.
Where's Zoking going to be heading with this economy? All right, so goes for the Kevlar and the M4, no helmet. Bit of a shocking start for him as well. Only 5 kills so far. He had a decent performance yesterday, and we were expecting another one today, but very slow beginnings for the man that is sharp, usually.
Oh, no.
Speaking of sharp. Yep. Great beginnings again. Dan King is on today.
Yeah, that's for sure. Kaze just going, here's one back, right at you, as somebody just jumps out and just goes, I died for nothing. Bit of a ring around the rosy at the moment. They thought they had the B-bomb site, but they are going to go back over into mid instead and maybe take unders. And Zoking, the man that you're saying was struggling a little bit earlier, needs to open up and get a few more. Slowly's there. TYLOO, doesn't matter if you can take one down. Just feels like there's another member over there ready to get the trade. But this has been a very messy round from TYLOO, considering they got the opening engagement. The fact that it's down to a 2-on-3 right now is quite poor from them, and they are scattered out at this stage. Dan King still over here at the B side of things, trying to open up another opportunity. Whereas it is going to be Summer slowly crawling in, but Advent once again. Oh no, he's been caught out with his knife!
Oh, and tries to wrangle it back. Does so, finds the bomb, and that is going to be ViCi. They should be able to put a lockdown on the round, but with 30 seconds, Dan King, he is on right now. Let's see if ViCi get into some positions where they can just trade this one out and secure yet another.
I think it's a save from here.
It does seem like Dan King's actually slowed up. 20 seconds, he didn't think he had enough, and he is just looking to carry the AWP across into the next. TYLOO. Oh, that money. It's curious. I feel like we're going to see a force buy anyway. They want every T-sided round that they can get.
And it's not as if ViCi's economy is in the greatest stage as well, but that's like one of the classic rounds where it's like TYLOO, they just make the incorrect call in terms of where to go. The pacing's a little bit off, and ViCi are able to adapt and find the mid-round picks that they need to bring it back in their favor. Because this is not an easy shot. Like, the fact that Danking making it look so easy, I think is just a testament to how strong of a player and how on he is right now. Because I think most people can attest that is a very difficult shot to land.
Oh yeah, TYLOO are in their performing stages.
Summer, though, not performing, and I think that's a bit of a concern right now for TYLOO, as they are going to be barreling to the B bomb site. This generally doesn't work for them. We'll see how it has to go this time around.
Well, the rotations are quite a way away. Util comes through, Molly into Van, and Jamyoung's in a solid position for the moment. Going to be able to dodge the flashes. Good Orman goes down to Danking. That's some great cover fire coming out from the AWP. Somebody not too fast there with the Mac 10. He's going to fall down, but it is going to be slowly on the trade, falling to Zoking as well. So we're back to 3v3 as that bomb is yet to plant. And it's looking like the pistol, but Attacker finds one for free. Zoking trying to use that smoke to edge his way out of market, but he was read like a book.
Yeah, just a spray through, unfortunately, it means that Zoking's going to cop it. And he dropped the correct defensive utility as well, forcing Attacker out. Bomb plant hasn't gone down just yet. Such is the threat of Arze, but Advent, he's really stepping it up at the moment. You're talking about Danking, fragging. So is Advent, leading from in front, in both in terms of reading the play as well as the aim. Both CT is going to be transitioning out right now. Just ducking out of market. It's very scared that TYLOO might be making a progression play. Bomb's finally going to go down. Advent going to be making that rotate across. And you can see this might work out perfectly. Both T's so invested in market at the moment. Advent trying to sneak up, position compromised.
He does continue to fight, and Kaze takes the opportunity with open arms. Summer, though, has this isolated fight, but Advent has the information. There's the swing. Advent is really on a rampage today. The man that we usually say is, you know, on the bottom of the scoreboard, the brains lesser than the brawn for ViCi, is really just reading TYLOO so well right now.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's been doing some fitness exercises recently, reading the textbook in terms of how to bench press TYLOO, because he certainly is pushing them with ease at the moment. He's doing 5, 6, I don't know how many reps. He needs to increase the weights, but TYLOO, they're the ones that need to be stepping up at the moment to be testing Advent to start tiring him out.
Advent, jacked as anything, looking vascular. He is going to be sending it solo at A for the moment as the rest of the boys go for mid control. Oh, and Zoking, that's a missed opportunity. And another one to Slowly, who punishes the positioning from Zoking.
Slowly's been so good at taking the short area a lot of the time. I feel like he's won so many aim deals right now where it is just drawing so much attention from ViCi at the stage. A 2-2 split right now, nice and early on. What is ViCi going to do for this mid-round adaptation? Where are they going to go? Advent can't really push in anywhere. He's just playing retake at this stage. Orman's just trapped in such an awkward position, and somebody's actually creeped out through the edge of the smoke. Don't know if Advent spotted him.
And, oh, position now known. Got some minimal damage, but a bank you'll find, and that could be enough for everyone else to put the work in, but Orman whiffs really badly. So that is unfortunate. He could have hit one bullet, Summer would have been done. Had a chance for the second. But stuck on that wall is not a place you want to be when there's someone at Tetris. So he'll cop the punishment. And TYLOO, there's the take. Now it looks like ViCi committed to the save. They need these rifles into the last round. They need the AWP for Kaze to try to have some impact. But TYLOO, they can lose 2 people and still buy healthily into the next. So we'll see if the hunt comes through. It looks like Danking potentially doing the honors. Just has that M4, so could easily get an AK in the next. But a bit of respect being shown. TYLOO allowing ViCi to get the best buy they possibly can in the next. Oh,
oh, Danking.
What's he done?
No. Poor Slowly. He's like trying to take this territory, and Danking's probably just gone like, oh yeah, I've got a flashbang for you, mate. Go in. Just pegs the incendiary grenade. You just see Slowly just going, hang on a second. That's not a flash. I better commit right now. And he just walks straight into the AWP. Look, it is a final round, so it's not going to be that costly. But I can just see that moment where Slowly just goes down, and you know those moments where you just go, I've got a flash for you, and you just throw anything but a flash, and your teammate goes in, and you just laugh at him.
I'm not a troll, so I do not know that, Kev.
100%
Is it
you've
funny?
done it.
Is
It's
it really
great.
funny when you watch your teammate die?
In an inconsequential round like that? Yeah.
Well, there you go. Anyway, round 15. The turning point. Who will have the lead heading into the second? TYLOO certainly have the momentum behind them right now. But ViCi have been looking better than we expected.
So much attention this time around actually being dedicated over to mid from both sides. We managed to get somebody nice and early up into connector. And it might lead to actually a B-side split at the moment. And as you pointed out, Geordie, as well, Advent has actually managed to push one of the extremities here.
That's some solid control. ViCi just able to play full for the retake here over on the A side. Kaze finds the right timing. Could slide a shot onto somebody in connector. But at the moment, full priority onto that site at B. As Orman, I think he's a bit lucky to be alive there. Slowly from above, doesn't spot him. Anyway, Jam Young, let's see what he can do here up on the balcony. Not going to be mollied off initially. Does drop a smoke to try and have some defensive utility to play around. Orman actually makes the jump but has no idea that Slowly's here on short. Could win the engagement with the Thamus as the peak keeps coming through, but slowly will fall to Kaze. Jam Young coming in, and it is, oh, good damage onto somebody and attacker, but it's all to somebody now who's quite far away, 10 seconds. ViCi, they just need to survive and they've won the round.
Very much, and it's going to be Advent taking that last kill, appropriate considering that he was leading in charge. ViCi take the 8-7 lead into the half, and this one's going to be an absolute scorcher. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Start listening to my soul. Overlooking back. Where's the point in that? And it feels good, so good. Feeling naked again. Rising above. Fear and its pain. Letting go. Rising
to my ways. Truth be told, I'm back to my ways. Back to my ways. We're on roll. Back to my ways. I'm back to my ways. Thought I was turning a page. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, point in attack. Never look back. I'ma go full force. Bodies on bodies and floors.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is half number 2 on map number 1 with a situation that we didn't think would happen. ViCi are currently in the lead, but only by 1. And we have seen some lackluster T-Slides from them, so let's see what TYLOO can do in the second to try and show some dominance. But at the moment, ViCi really leading from the front. You've got Advent, the IGL, fragging up a Storm. And if we go to 30 rounds, there is a chance here. If he keeps up this kill per round situation, he could be dropping 30.
Oh, and I was going to say he could be dropping overtime because this match could definitely go there right now. What's your favorite thing on Mirage, Mac?
Not overtime, I can tell you that much.
Can't believe you say that in such a good matchup like this. It is going to be just the slow crawl coming out from A side, eventually going to be the A side crunch. Zoking leading the charge with 2 players coming out from underpass at the moment. Kaze is going to take down somebody. Now the pace is going to pick up, but Summer needs to have a better half. He had a very lackluster T start, and that is much better round. What is slowly doing? Lining up that flashbang. He's going to get punished, and now it's all down to the 2-on-2. Jam Young, nice shot from the P250.
Sharpie. But can he find some more? This P250 needs to do some work now. Zoking's got so much control here at CT. Jam Young. Bomb going to be planted for him to play around, but if Dan King finds the timing, no, it's Jam Young. Sharp as nails with the P250. An attacker is just going to be walking into the crossfire. Missed that opportunity to even it up to the 1-on-1, and he's just going to be trying to bait out this aggression, but Jam Young, just so much discipline. It's going to be Zoking coming in, drawing out all the attention, and then there goes Jam Young, solidifying the round, and ViCi find a 2-round lead.
Out comes the Deagles, though, for TYLOO. Surely they've got to get the Des Eagles, right? I mean, that was such a good start as well. I felt like Summer is like definitely locking down Connector at the moment. That was a great thing. And then all of a sudden, Zoking was already out in jungle and slowly he's trying to line up something and he's getting pushed by someone. So out comes the double scout and 3 Deagles right now. So definitely not a 1 round for either side just yet. It is going to be the full A side execute. Straight into it.
These Deagles from TYLOO again could lay so much groundwork. Double scout as well for Dan King and somebody. Put them together and that's a free kill. But at the moment it is just going to be the smokes over A. ViCi trying to make their way out. Nade lands and hits the mark perfectly. Advent down to 38. Just trying to crack open the defenses, but Summer's here to stop it. There's the bomb. And another one in the back, but it's Zoking to flick around and find himself a quick 2K.
Well, people trying to push to the smoke. It's going to be punished. And Dan King started things off. I don't know exactly where he hit the shot from. Oh, my goodness. The roll's not good enough on Kaze. It doesn't hit the headshot to deny the plant. Bomb does go down.
Just waiting for that one. Good about. Did you say, and the roll's not good enough?
On that one, yeah.
This isn't tanks, Kev.
Everything is tanks to
This
it.
isn't tanks.
Look, you have guns, you have penetration values, and you have damage. That is pretty disgusting. Not only through a smoke, but through the edge of the wall, into the noggin and a Jam Young, and he's gone.
Well, be it as it may, ViCi, very clean round in the end. Thought it looked a bit dicey, but Zoking starts to fire up off the back of the Galil, and he upgrades to the AK as well, and we are just going to see a dry push out at A, and TYLOO, the hand has been called, the bluff has been called rather, as ViCi find A for free. TYLOO try to go for the retakes on the Deagles. Let's see how this one goes.
Bomb's eventually gone down. Very open plant. Jam Young looking to maybe just farm up some more internet points right now.
I like the boost here. Good creativity. TYLOO players could be spotted. It's all about the exits, though. Let's see if ViCi send it in this direction. But Orman's got full control of A main. There's no real reason to go so aggressive through. Dan King.
Look at Advent. Look at the position he's in at the moment. Talk about a position fit for a king. High off at this stage. Great shots coming out from Summer. At the very least, chipping away and doing some damage.
That's about all they got. Dan King couldn't find the line either, so there it is, ViCi. 4-round lead over TYLOO. And if they can, play off the back of the momentum, slide in a few more. They're 5 away from taking this map of TYLOO for the first time in a very, very long time.
If that happens, I'm mocking both you and Jordan. I'm saying that now.
Watch TYLOO
Sorry
take
to
over
say
the pass.
this.
Watch it happen.
Oh, I can believe it. The whole thing here, this is why the series is so fascinating for me, is because it really depends on the micro adaptations. The reason why Advent's doing so well is because how many times has the series been played between these guys? Advent's trying to predict and read what's going on at this stage. So now down to the round, finally, TYLOO do have the guns out. It's not the best in terms of utility. There's no kit to play with, so you can't really actually play retake right now as a CT side. You really have to be holding on to the bomb sites. ViCi's shown some early presence, but they're going back to the tried and tested at that mid or to the A position. Smoke to window to allow Orman to come out. Smoke in the top connector, just to thread in from a different angle. Really make the CT start thinking about, hang on a second, what is going on over here? And out comes A side execute. Flashbang to allow Zoking to be pushing out, but Summer's in the perfect position to counter everything right now. Here we go.
Perfect utility usage to at least get out of A main, but they need control of the site. And as you said, Summer's here and fighting, but Zoking has his number. Dan King, Deep Smoke able to for him to play around. Attacker needs to find something here before falling. It's going to be one for him, one for Slowly. The retake coming in from Jungle is looking so damn good. Somebody going to be going down, but now Zoking rather has so much time to buy, or as Orman is actually got the bomb planted for him. So this works out for ViCi.
But they're all both so low. Once again, there's no kit. All Orman needs to do is just stay alive and clear it. And there it is. There's the first pick. He can drop down. This is now going to be so difficult for Slowly to be even taking at this stage. See Orman, he's just going to be playing this one, expecting the peak. Slowly knows. No smoke cover, 24 HP, no kit, no chance in hell. Needs to bail out. And somehow, Zoking and Orman managed to bail ViCi out of a terrible situation. Some of the individuals now starting to hit some shots that they need to, and there you have it. But that was really just down to Zoking, opening up accounts, staying alive for so long, and making sure TYLOO could not jump on the defuse.
Yeah, well played, ViCi. Just many levels of depth to the strat. It could have all gone wrong if Orman went down on short over there. Could have completely changed, but it didn't. And ViCi, the strat works out. It was a very costly round, but they got another on the board. And that's what we're so impressed about, is TYLOO's defense. It's looking deadly, but ViCi just keep on coming out on top.
3-man stack over to B nice and early on, but ViCi, they're just more than dedicated to the A site at this stage. And that is one thing, right, is that ViCi have been uncontested so far. Every single time they've thrown an A execute, they have not lost. And as a team, that if you can get away with throwing an A exi every single time, that is your go-to, because there are so little surprises at that stage. You molly off every single position, you trust your entries, you know exactly where the CT is going to be playing, especially in this round. You know that the AWP saved over. What are the most common positions? Jungle and CT. Clear everything out there and just play the post plan accordingly.
Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This time some extra smoke's going to be thrown though. ViCi of A for free. TYLOO, lackluster weaponry for the retake. What are we going to see? Deep positions from TYLOO. Slowly the only man to go a bit too aggressive, and he's going to be found for free. Zoking almost another. Just barely missing somebody.
I think the biggest problem at the moment is that Danking's also completely fallen off at this stage. But that's a nice little shot coming out. I think you might have seen... But like, what I mean by that is like, is that going to really influence the rest of this retake? They are going to commit, after all, SMGs and whatnot, but the crossfire is here right now. And the AKs, hang on a second, Attacker really giving it a good crack right now. And he's not going to cover off the angle. Somehow it's down to a one-on-one, but there's no kit. There is a kit lost in the middle of the open there, but there's no chance for a defuse. And Jam Young going to be hunting down Dan King, but Dan King should be able to bail out and also swivel around to get this pick as well. There you have it. But what I mean by that is, yes, Dan King gets a nice couple of kills, but they're not on the entry at the moment. That's the problem. 2 opportunities he had when TYLOO were coming out from A main, and he misses those. So yes, a nice couple of shots from there, but he needs to hit those when the execute is occurring, not afterwards when it's almost too late for TYLOO to get back in, and the opportunities are starting to be closed right now. Won't be many more rounds to play with right now if ViCi continue the way they are.
Well, the good thing that TYLOO have going for them, round loss bonus, another buy round, and ViCi's economy is on breaking point, or at least very close. Got no round loss bonus to play with here. Somebody spots some information. Looks like ViCi are going to try and commit to this B hit. Jamyoung potentially just going to come through mid-late, try to deny any rotations. They've telegraphed this one without showing any presence anywhere else on the map. And TYLOO stacked the bomb site with 3. Somebody in a solid position here at default. Flashes not doing the work they expected, but Zoking, he's just going to be tapping away.
Oh my god, Zoking's just not missing at the moment. Some insane entries coming out, but the rotations have come out on force at the moment, and Jamyoung just a little bit too late to the party and unable to transition that spray across. TYLOO in that fast rotation finally take a CT round. They've lost a couple of guns though, so the money's not going to look too good.
I have a feeling that was a misread coming out from ViCi. I thought they'd just throw that BXy, expecting maybe a couple of pistols, maybe that one AWP to have some impact, but not expecting all the other people to be there. So, you know, that extra presence on the map is really important if you want to go for these Xy's. Just make sure you don't have those fast rotations.
It's like one of those cases where I'm fairly certain there would have been times in previously where ViCi would have thrown those smokes and gone back to A, and they're trying to prey on the fact that TYLOO aren't going to be sticking to the guns, sticking to the A site, maybe just going, hang on a moment, we shouldn't over-rotate here. And this is a whole just into the mind games, into the micro. You just can't explain it. It's just by intuition some of the times. When you, again, it's like when you're versing someone so many times, you get used to their habits, used to how they play.
Yeah, it's all about the protocols. And oh, that molly, a little bit late, but it's not going to stop ViCi from going straight through. Solid crossfire, even though the smoke was there. Works wonders. Jamyoung has an AK on the balcony, but it doesn't seem like TYLOO are aware that he's made his way through. One bullet's all he's needed onto Attacker,
God.
but Attacker finds the headshot, and that is a crucial kill. They are aware Orman has broken the crawl space here. Does he find the timing? No, it's Kaze actually, perched from above.
That is such a huge bait and switch coming out. Still a 2-on-2 Attacker actually going on the long flank at the moment, and somebody can't actually land the shots. It's all down to Attacker. He should be dead right now. 15 HP and Jamyoung pressuring him.
They know that he's low as well, so ViCi very confident going to the site that he was on, but not expecting him here at Con. They hit the one shot they needed, and ViCi edge ever so closely to causing this upset. And I'm just confused. Like, Kev.
I'm not confused
Kev,
at all.
Stats don't lie.
When did I say statistics do? I think it was about 10 o'clock I said statistics lie, maybe 10:15 or something like that. And I was saying, I don't want to count either team out of this because there's a reason why ViCi can win this one. There's a reason why TYLOO can win this one. And while we're seeing a reason why ViCi's ahead, map's not won just yet though. And I don't want to count either team out because we've seen ViCi actually lose control of the games at this stage. We have also seen TYLOO lose control of the rounds at this stage.
Yeah.
They do have to force up at the moment. This is not the first, like it's the first map, but you don't want to be playing for overtime at this stage. You don't want to be taking eco right now. So it is going to be the subpar buy coming forward. Summer, I would say probably needs to drop that AWP over in the hands of Dan King and just cop like a huge drop in firepower and survivability. It's going to have to be a paper mache unit, but he's actually going to go for an M4. No AWP in the play for, no AWP in the hands for TYLOO for them to play with. Lack of utility as well. And ViCi are just going to take this round very slowly and just work the middle of the map methodically. A 3-1-1 split at the moment.
A slow approach from ViCi, but it looks like they're going to be hunting for the mid control. There's the run boost out off the back of some flashes, but TYLOO in some solid positions here. Attacker finds the timing, but that famous spray is just so large, so hard to wrangle. Slowly works the timing. There's a closer range attempt now, but he's straight in between a couple of the T's. The B split is going to be shut down for a moment. Orman comes in to do some great damage. Somebody, however, going to be shut out of get right. Jamyoung needs to hit this shot, but it doesn't work out. And Attacker, him and Dan King need to clutch it. Attacker falls, but gives some good damage. And if Dan King continues his form, there is a chance now for TYLOO.
But he's going to walk straight into the crosshairs of Orman. There is no chance whatsoever. That market area is so hard to clear out. No utility. A FAMAS at that range as well against an AK-47. You have to hit a blind of a shot, and this might be the final round for TYLOO.
All right, so when was the last time ViCi beat TYLOO on Mirage? Let me have a look-see.
It's definitely been a while. I think it was since January, wasn't it? That our good mate Elfish guy said. So once again, FAMAS is an M4 out in play slowly. Doesn't even have any armor. Attacker, true to his name, just going on the attack, but somebody's already gone down the aggression. TYLOO trying, I guess, the tried and tested form of, well, we need to be on the front foot, try to cause something. At least one of the extremities is worse. Not all of it, because now ViCi are rolling to the A site, and it's starting to look a little bit scary right now. 2v2, though.
It's looking like it could be all she wrote. Dan King, though, turns it on its head. JamYoung needs to win it in the 1v2. Good trade. And aware of where attacker should be coming from. So let's see how they go. Both with full utility. Attacker, no kit to play with. This could be crucial. Oh, he's got no idea. JamYoung. So deep in CT here. Bit of a gamble.
How are you going to clear this as attacker as well? You have to smoke off the bomb, but is there a kit available? Is there one near this Tetris area?
Only for a reason, just fingering the side as wide as possible. He's very worried about this one, but he hasn't tapped it. He hasn't forced JamYoung out.
He's lost already.
It's over. ViCi, they have done it. It's 16-8 here on map number 1, and they take a map which no one expected them to. ViCi causing the upset. I'm surprised, and I'm sure Jordan Mays is going to be surprised as well. We need to get to the post-match, but ladies and gentlemen, that is map number 1 for series number 2 of the night.